Happy Friday, everyone. It's your favorite VBA wizard with a new video here. We have an interesting request on the SOLIDWORKS LinkedIn group where Art is asking for a macro that would renumber all the sheet tabs in a consecutive order. All right, let me pull my camera all the way up to the right here, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of sheets here that are numbered in incorrect order: sheet 1, 5, 3, 4, and then 2. And we're going to write a macro that would rename the sheets in the consecutive order. So let's fire up the VB editor. So let me go to new. I'll just throw this here on my desktop. I'll call this renumber sheets. All right, let me change this to SLDWorks as SLDWorks. This is the type of the SW app variable. This will give us access to the SLDWorks object, which is the highest level object of the SOLIDWORKS API. Now, second to that, we need to declare a variable of type model.doc2, which is the document that we're going to be working with. So that would be set SWModel equal to SWApp.ActiveDoc. That gives us the active document. And then, since we're going to be working with drawing, so let's define a variable called SWDrawingDoc as drawingDoc. And then in here, we'll just set SWDrawingDoc to be equal to SWModel. Okay, now let's just define a variant called vSheetNames, and this will return the names of the sheet in the order that we have in the SOLIDWORKS document. So that would be dim vSheetNames as variant. And let's go here and do set, or we don't need set when we're getting a variant, so that would be vSheetNames equal to SWDrawingDoc dot get sheet names. There you go. Now let's define a variable here. We'll call it v or sheet name, and then we'll do a for each loop. So for each sheet name in v sheet names, next sheet name, what we want to do is to get the sheet variable. So let's go up here and define SW sheet variable as of type sheet, and then go back here and set SW sheet to be equal to SWDoc get sheet, or get sheet by name, or sheet. This is an interesting way to get the sheet. So sheet, and then I think we need to specify the sheet name here. This would be sheet, and maybe we can, yes, we can just debug print that just to see that our code works as expected. So SW sheet dot name, and this should print all the sheets in the immediate window. So if I press this, you can see that this does not work because the sheet is a null, and I think best thing to do is to go to the API help. So let's do that. So iSheet or drawing doc, and then let's go to the sheet property, gets the specified sheet. What does this take? This takes the name of the sheet, and this does return a sheet object. So if I go back here, I'm treating this like a method. Let me see the VBA example here. Now we should be good. So I don't know why we are having that issue here. So let's let's go back up here. SW sheet as sheet sheet name. That looks good. Get name is the method that we should be working with. That was the issue. So if I press continue, I can see that we have everything printed. So let's go back to SOLIDWORKS and then go back to the VB editor in the incorrect order. So what we're going to do is have a little counter here. Let's add that counter up top. Maybe we can just maybe increase the size here a little bit. Sorry about my voice. I have a bit of a cold. So let's define a counter here as integer, and we'll have the counter be started as 1. And then let me go down here and just remove that and do counter equals, because we want to increment the counter every time we name the sheet. And let's see here, set name, there you go, and this will be sheet plus 1, this will be counter, right? And just to make sure that we get this right without actually messing up the sheet name, we'll just define a new variable here as string. We'll call this new sheet name, and we'll have that be equal to the concatenation of the word sheet and the counter without a space. And then we'll just put the sheet name as the parameter of the set name method here of the sheet. So let me clear this up, and then we'll just put we'll just run the macro. We'll stop here right before the first sheet gets renamed, and this looks good. So we'll stop, remove this, and then if we run this, then this should rename all the sheets accordingly. So if I do that, and then did we run this? I don't think it worked. Maybe we need to do a little rebuild. SW model. I don't think it's going to allow these to be renamed to, this might work, but the second sheet being renamed to sheet 1. Sheet 5 will not work. The sheet 5 being renamed to sheet 2 will not work because there's already another sheet renamed as sheet 2. So what we can do is do this. So we'll do dim existing sheet equals as sheet. Now this macro is really getting more interesting. We'll rename this to existing sheet. This will be equal to SW drawing doc, and then sheet, and then the sheet here will take the existing sheet which we already have. No, we don't have that. This will be the new sheet name. New sheet name. And then what we'll do is that we'll do existing sheet dot set name, and we'll do a existing sheet name plus an underscore. And just to make sure that if that sheet exists or not. So we need to make sure that the sheet is exists. So if not, sheet is null or nothing, sorry, since we are writing VBA code, let's do an end if here. So that's the theory. theory is that we can't rename sheets because the sheets that because other sheets have already the name of the sheet that we're trying to rename, if that does make sense. Okay, so let's do this. So that did do the trick. Oh shoot, get name is what we're missing. Existing sheet and then get name. So let's try this again. There you go. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, and then sheet 5. So that did work. If I were to get to this level and then rename this and call this sheet, I don't know, 8, and go back here and then run this macro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. I'm gonna put this code in our Blue Byte GitHub or GitHub gist, and I'll put a link to that in the description of this video, whether you're watching this on LinkedIn or on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on LinkedIn or to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next one.